So it's an interesting one with SD-WAN. It's a trend that's coming in from the US basically, and it's a new networking technology, but it's been around a long while. So networking from a wide area networking point of view is something that we're currently seeing MPLS as a technology, but actually software-defined WAN is something that is an overlay to the existing services. But what we're actually seeing from a trend point of view is this technology coming from the United States, as I say, to replace MPLS technology. But effectively, the UK market is on catch-up at the moment, so a lot of the telcos are bringing these services in. One of the other trends into MPLS at the moment and SD-WAN is very much a replacement technology on the back of the virtualization piece that we're looking at in terms of the wider networking space. I guess we've seen virtualization in the data center in the network now, and that brings us the virtualization capability within the wide area network. One of the biggest challenges I think the customer has is price. So we're seeing a lot in the public sector driving the price down in terms of the networking solutions they need to purchase. And SD-WAN could well be the answer for them in terms of providing that cost-efficient, most suitable product in their market. I think the biggest challenge actually is understanding the total cost of ownership when it comes to SD-WAN. Certainly there's some technology in there that's making use of the internet, but there's still the CP, the equipment that goes on the site, that still needs to be purchased. So I think that's some of the biggest challenges, balancing that cost. The customers need to invest into a technology that allows them to be more agile and actually give them more flexibility when it comes to their software-defined space. Typically with MPLS networks, traditional networking, you end up with a long contract with inflexible terms. With software-defined, actually as an overlay to any internet service, then customers have greater flexibility and actually greater scalability as well. What we'll see in the next 5 years is probably some new entrants into the SD-WAN marketplace. Certainly there's still innovation happening, and where some of the vendors have come from a packet optimization play and some are coming from the routing play, we're actually still seeing some new entrants into that market. So I think if you want to challenge yourselves in 5 years' time, customers should think about white labeling the CPE they're using, being open-minded about virtualizing the controllers. They can still adopt the latest technology as it arrives onto the scene. I think we should be asking customers not to back a single vendor, have an agnostic approach to bringing SD-WAN into their organisation. One of the barriers will be the saturation point in terms of the cost, because at the moment from the US market we're seeing that saturation, but actually in the UK market we're probably 18 months behind that point. So from what I'm seeing is actually we'll see an equalisation in price from a telco cost, and the barriers then between MPLS and SD-WAN will be reduced. We've been building networks for public sector and for the critical national infrastructure market for a number of years. So actually our expertise in designing the right size fit network in line with your business requirements is key to the success of SD-WAN. We also look to focus on the pricing model, so how you consume your network is also important. So not just the initial cost, but actually the ongoing cost of the network. So our pricing models look to that consumption model, so you pay as you use. But also with SD-WAN, you might want to increase your bandwidth over time. So again, we can produce models that allow that to happen. One of the benefits of Capita is actually we've got a big partner network which we can leverage for the use of our technology. So we can expand, if you like, the other services that we can then offer to our customers beyond the software-defined WAN that we put in place. I think Capita's approach to the market across a number of areas is about being agnostic to the vendors and the service we provide. So when it comes to providing the best service for the customer's pricing and budget envelope, we're the ones that I think you should come and talk to. So we've got our design services and our delivery capability.